Welcome to Market Monkeys. This episode we want to talk about Whitbread PLC, which is a UK based company. Right, just to give you some insight, if you're in North America, if you're in the UK, you'll know the name Whitbread. Whitbread has been going since 1720. It's even older than me, Scott. Right, it's 1720. It was a brewing company started by a guy called Samuel Whitbread. Anyway, it was a brewing company, but they sold out of that completely. They've kept the name Whitbread. They don't have anything to do with brewing at all. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, right, let's talk about what they do have something to do with. Right, this is why I like the company. Not huge on dividends.
No. But it does give a dividend.
It does give a dividend. It's about between 2 and 3% dependent where you buy it.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, they've come down at the moment. The price of the stock is about £36, not dollars, pounds.
The PE ratio of around 14.
PE ratio of about 14. That's price to earnings, which we're going to get into another episode, those sorts of terminology, like EPS and earnings per share. We're going to talk about that in a separate episode. But anyway, going back to Whitbread, what they own. Right, if you're in the United Kingdom, you know the name Premier Inns. Right, they own Premier Inns. They got 760 hotels right now, with 68,000 rooms available every night of the week, 7 days a week. Right, the company's been going quite a while. I mean, 30 something years. Anyway, but they want to ramp it up to 85,000 rooms by 2020. So we're only talking a couple of years, and they're going to go from 68 to 85,000. There is a need. There is a lot of people in the United Kingdom. There's money to be made. Right.
Well, they must see a market for it, right?
Oh, well, you go to every major airport. Premier Inns, it's on site. But they're not just small amount of rooms, Scott. They're just hundreds of rooms, right?
Yep.
But they're everywhere. Right, 760 hotels. And at the right price hotels with restaurants, everything inside them. Right. That's one thing they own, right, which is quite considerable on its own. Right. The other thing they own Costa Coffee. They got 3,500 stores in the United Kingdom alone. They've also got a few in Europe. They've also got hundreds out in Hong Kong, I believe Hong Kong, China. It's going to be thousands out there in time, but they're expanding into China, right? And that's going well. They did have a 51% stake in a company out there, but they just bought that completely out, and they now own that portion of the company. Anyway, going back to Costa Coffee. Started in 1971, it's been going quite a while. In 2007, it overtook Starbucks as the largest coffee brand in the United Kingdom. So you've overtaken Starbucks. That'll show you North America especially,
right?
Puts it in perspective for you if you live in North America, the size of company. So not only have they got 760 hotels going like a train and trying to increase from 68,000 rooms per night to 85,000, which is a considerable amount of new hotels they've got to build, right, to make it up to that level. Because they're not just going to add them on the side of each hotel, right? So they're going to build lots of more standalone hotels, right? But in amongst those hotels, by the way, will be Costa Coffee shops and everything inside the huts. No, they're not huts, no. But they're actually shops. Okay, right, now so you've got that. You've got the Costa Coffee, which is the best brand for coffee in the United Kingdom. It outstrips McDonald's, Starbucks, and any other big brand you can think of for selling coffee, and people are lining up around the blocks to buy that coffee. Everybody in the United Kingdom knows it. So it owns Costa Coffee. Right, restaurant and pub chain called Beefeater. Well, I've known that brand all my life. You a lot shorter.
Yeah.
Because I'm a lot older.
But yeah.
Have you heard of them?
Yeah, for sure I have. Yeah.
Okay. Beefeater. A lot of people in the United Kingdom will know that brand, especially if you want a steak. They sell 3 to 4 million steaks a year out of their 140 stores plus. But they are restaurants, and you can get nice drinks there. Anyway, they've been thriving all my life, so they've got that going. They've opened up a new brand. It's part of Premier Inns. It's called Hub, H-U-B. Right, they've only opened 5, but they're in major cities. Right, they've got another 9 in the pipeline, so that's on the go. Right, that's just a small area.
What is Hub?
It's like a Premier Inn, but it's a space-saving because it's in an area where everything is of a premium, spaces of a premium, like central London, central Edinburgh, all parts of central cities that are spaces safe.
Expand that then?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they've got another 9 in the pipeline. Nine hubs in the pipeline. They should be done within the next 2 years.
Interesting.
Another company they own called Brewers Fayre. Right, a lot of people in the UK will have heard of them. They got 165 plus restaurant pubs, but they're very family friendly. They've always got ground around them with kids' toys and things like that to play with. So it's very family friendly atmosphere and a very value orientated pricing. A lot of value there. So that's how I like that. Right, it's a good combination to what else they've got going. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now they've got another company called. That's that company, by the way. Another company called Table. They haven't got a terrific amount of stores with this. Well, I say stores, they're restaurants once again. They're pub restaurants. They've got 80 of these, plus they're adding to that as well. So everything you see, they're adding to, right? Right, this is not going to be a big dividend. This is not going to be a huge growth company, but it's a nice one to have in the stable, in your portfolio. It's going to steadily give you between 2 and 3%. It's got nicely growing, right? It's just a nice stock.
Nice company to.
And every angle, well, if you listen to every angle I've talked about there, from Premier Inns to Costa Coffee to Beefeaters to Hub to by Premier Inns to Brewers Fayre to Table Restaurants, there's 6 brands there I can just name straight away. All I'm saying to you is they're all increasing their footprint. They're all opening more stores, more hotels, more coffee houses. They're not shrinking. They're expanding. So this company is an expanding company. It's something to put in your portfolio and say, do you know what? When I go to bed tonight, I sleep good. Yep. It's nice. It's not going to be a growth company. It's not going to be your biggest company.
But they are looking to grow.
They're growing
up.
They are. And if you
China.
stick with them, there could be a point where it goes bang. You know. And at the moment they're selling at $36. They're down on what they were.
But they're looking at 14 times earnings right now, right? So. The expectation is not that they're going to be growing anytime soon. No. Doesn't mean that they can't. It just means that people are not expecting that to be.
No, they're not. And they're an established company, as I say, initially starting out in 1720. You know, you're not going to wake up tomorrow and they're going to be gone. It's going to be great news for you all round. You're going to get steady dividends, and it's going to absolutely, because we're also talking about building your portfolio with solid stocks because you're new to this. And if you're not new to it, great, but it's still a good stock if you're not new to it. But if you're new to it, it's a great one to put in your bag, to put in the portfolio, and you've got something
not
there.
To have to panic about
Not to panic. You're not going to be selling it next week or next week. It's not a high growth, crazy one, like very volatile. We do have those, but it's just not the one. This is a steady one.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice.
This is great company. For the UK. You know,
nice relaxing company to know that it's always there. The money's always coming in from restaurants.
People got to eat. Steady. People got to stay in hotels. You know, bang, bang, bang. It's all the right stuff. You know.
Yeah.
And and even if they are running pubs, right? Pubs stand alone, they suffer. But pubs with food and all these, these Beefeaters, the Brewers Fayres, the Table, they're restaurants come pubs.
It's a mixture.
But they major on the food. They make money on the food as well. They major on the food. And the Brewers Fayre, I've been to those places. And I've been to the Costas and I've seen the queues and the lineups around the block for Costa Coffee. And everywhere you go, every service station you go, it's Costa. Everybody wants Costa, and that's the way it's. I just see it will grow in time, nice and steady, making you money, and you get a reasonable dividend. What's better than that?
And the dividend grows.
The dividend grows. It grows. Yeah.
6 to 8%.
And it's a good price to get in on it. It's not. It's taken a bit of dip on their last earnings. The analysts weren't very happy. It's taken a little bit of a dip, but.
Is what it is. You're never going to have everything keep coming up, right?
No.
So
and you know what? When there are ups and downs, and then when there's a down spiral, this company's still renting rooms, still selling food, still selling coffee. It's one of the ones that's solid, stable. 1720, still there.
Yeah.
What more have I got to say? Over and out. Market Monkeys. That's what episode's done, Scott. That was an easy one.